Hey everybody, I'm back and I'm pretty pregnant at this point. I'm 33 weeks and 5 days. Um I look like shit. This is the real deal. I kind of feel like shit. I'm double fisting my 1 cup of coffee that I'm allowed with Pedialyte so that I stay hydrated, but hopefully awake. Because I'm like real tired all the time. I feel really lucky that I don't have issues sleeping because a lot of people do, but I'm sleeping so much that I'm almost worried. Like I sleep 11 hours a night, sometimes 12, sometimes 13 if it's not a work day or whatever. And that just seems really excessive to me. But I'm going to keep doing it, I guess. And it's hard to get work done. I wish so bad that I didn't have to work. So jealous of all the women that have like a partner that supports them financially and they don't have to work. It's got to be pretty freaking cool. Um Also, I she's moving so much and I don't know if I really like it because normally if something's moving in your stomach like that, it's a bad sign. Um, so I haven't gotten used to it not being kind of disconcerting. And I mean, sometimes she's like doing that like elbow roll, where it's like an alien's inside there. It's not just a thump thump, it's something totally different. And she's really been liking today to be up in my ribs. Like, what are you doing up there? Like maybe it feels weird on her feet. Like she's like playing on my ribs. Anyway, I think she's on track. I didn't know that you don't get ultrasounds until I think maybe when I'm 36 weeks or something, I get to see her again. So it's been a really long time, but she's definitely mighty in there. And it's hard to eat all the things that I'm supposed to eat. And I don't know if I'm really supposed to eat all of those things. I feel like women for, thousands of years didn't eat all those things. And they had babies, fine. We've been going to classes. So I went to a breastfeeding class because apparently that's pretty stressful. And a lot of women are like, I can't get the baby to latch and blah, blah, blah. And I can give you some pointers in case you don't go. You are supposed to lean back. So like relax as opposed to like hunching over and being like, oh, like trying to get the baby to latch hunched over. It's not good. And the baby needs to come up from the bottom. So if you're having like, I've always heard these horror stories about like chapped bleeding nipples. It sounds like my freaking nightmare. Or people are like, oh yeah, rough your nipples up so that it's okay, it doesn't hurt. This lady was like, that's not necessary, and you should definitely not have bleeding, painful nipples. The reason that happens is because the baby's like coming in straight, like here's a boob, and the baby's like, what you would think, like logically, you'd be like, oh yeah, give it like a straight target, like coming in center on the money. But it's actually supposed to come up from the bottom. And then it's supposed to grab like so much more of your boob, not just the nipple, to get like a really good latch. So I didn't know those things and I thought that that was helpful. It was also weird to think about like how removed we are from being mammals, basically, that, we don't even, I don't know if animals are like, geez, how does my baby breastfeed? But, humans get it wrong all the time. I think because we're just like, really removed from our instincts kind of. I don't know. It's weird, but I'm glad that I went to the class. And other than that, I'm really going to try this last, I guess I have 6 weeks, um, to film something every day, even if I look like shit. Example today. I'm really hoping that I'm not like just kidding myself and I can really do it. Because it's kind of helpful to talk it out with somebody, honestly, even if it's just a screen and I have no idea if anybody's watching. It's like a video diary or something. A lot of people keep commenting on how big I am. Pretty big. I'll show you how big. It's pretty big, right? It's pretty big. Yeah, I would say so. Sometimes I see myself walking by a mirror and I'm like, oh God, like it's scary. And I know it's just that I'm pregnant and it could be so much worse. Like I could be big everywhere, but it's still pretty startling. And everybody commenting on it like doesn't really help. They're like, I think you're going to be early. And I'm like, no. I mean, honestly, like my sister looked like she swallowed a watermelon, legitimately, way bigger than the watermelon I swallowed, like a big one, like an oval. So, I mean, that could definitely be me since it's my genetics. Everybody carries differently, so whatever. And I just get out of breath from doing anything, sometimes just sitting. I don't know. If I'm like talking, I'll like run out of breath. So anyway, that's pretty weird to always be out of breath for no reason. I think I just have less room in my lungs. So I hope that you guys are doing really well. I know that I could be in a lot worse situation. My acid reflux is pretty messed up, but I heard that's just part of the gig, man. It always feels like I have like bile in my throat. It's pretty awful. But I'm so close. I'm in the final countdown. It's almost 6 weeks. Um, and I'm just so excited to like kind of have my body back. I'll be breastfeeding, so it'll only be like half back. But I'm not gonna breastfeed forever. I'm gonna aim for 6 months. Like, if I get to 3 months, and I'm like, I definitely 3 months, basically. Hopefully 6 months, which seems like a freaking eternity. That means my body wasn't mine for over a year. Anyway. I hope that you guys aren't like, I've heard some really bad horror stories about people that are still really nauseous and like have first trimester symptoms kind of come back. It does kind of feel like you're hungover every day still. But you know, a lot worse. I hope that you're doing pretty well and having a healthy pregnancy and excited that you get to see your baby soon. So here I am out of breath and I'll talk to you tomorrow and hopefully it will be shorter because it won't have been so long in between. And I'm really going to try to do every day for the next 6 weeks. So stick with me. Okay.